You did it. You fought the war. You faced your shadow. You dismantled the nice mask. You paid the high price of breaking orbit from other people's expectations. You thought this moment would feel like triumph, like the end of a movie, with swelling music and a victory parade. But the music didn't start, and no one is cheering. It just feels quiet. It feels like standing on the edge of an abyss, waiting for instructions that are never going to come. This is the existential void. It is the terrifying realization that comes after freedom. When you were in the prison of people-pleasing, you were miserable, yes, but you were secure. You always knew what to do. You just followed the rules. You obeyed the program. You made them happy. Your life had a clear, externally given structure, even if it was a cage. Now, the cage is gone. The structure is gone. And you are realizing the most terrifying truth of adulthood. No one is coming. You are waiting for a savior. You are waiting for the perfect partner to finally make you feel lovable. You are waiting for the dream job to finally give you purpose. You are waiting for a mentor, a guru, or a viral video to finally give you the answer. You are an actor standing on an empty stage, waiting for a director to yell action. But you don't understand. You are not just the actor anymore. You are the writer. You are the director. You are the producer. And until you start speaking, nothing will ever happen. The silence isn't waiting to be filled by someone else. It's waiting for you. But speaking into that silence is terrifying. Because if you speak and you get it wrong, you have no one left to blame. So instead of speaking, we do the next best thing. We find a new, softer cage. Why is the void so terrifying? Because it demands total responsibility. And if there is one thing the wounded human ego hates more than pain, it is responsibility. Responsibility feels dangerous. It feels lonely. So, when the void gets too quiet, we retreat to the last great defense mechanism, the deepest, warmest comfort zone of all. We become the victim. The victim trap is incredibly seductive. It offers you two intoxicating drugs, innocence and sympathy. As long as you are the victim, you are good. The people who hurt you are bad. You get to occupy the moral high ground without having to do any of the work. It says, your pain is not your fault. It's your parents' fault, your ex's fault, the economy's fault, the system's fault. And listen to me, it is probably right. You were hurt. You were treated unfairly. The system is rigged. But the trap is what comes next. The victim trap convinces you of a fatal lie. Because they broke it, they should be the ones to fix it. You are standing in front of your burning life, waiting for the arsonist to come back with a fire hose. You are waiting for an apology that will never come. You are waiting for closure from people who cannot give it to you. This is the deadly bargain of victimhood. It grants you moral superiority. It grants you sympathy from others. It grants you a fantastic excuse to stay exactly where you are forever, but it costs you your life. It is the most comfortable prison ever built. And right now, you have to make a brutal decision. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be free? Thank you for watching. Consider what choices you will make. This is the hardest moment of your entire life, a crucible where your deepest convictions are tested. This is the moment you must accept the profound unfairness of it all, a truth that can be incredibly difficult to swallow, but is essential for moving forward. Yes, they undeniably hurt you with their actions. Yes, they were the ones who set the fire, initiating this destructive chain of events. And yes, they owe you a sincere apology, a gesture of remorse that, unfortunately, you will likely never receive, leaving a void that can feel impossible to fill. You have to find a way to let that expectation go, to release the burden of waiting for something that may never come. You have to grieve the justice you never got, allowing yourself to feel the profound loss of what should have been, even if it feels deeply unfair. This is the essence of radical responsibility. It represents a fundamental shift in perspective, moving from the paralyzing question of who is to blame for this situation, to the empowering and proactive question of who is going to take action and build something new from the ashes. It is the pivotal moment you accept a brutal, yet liberating, truth. Your trauma, the pain inflicted upon you, is absolutely not your fault. However, your healing, the journey to recover and rebuild your life, is unequivocally your responsibility. This distinction is crucial for reclaiming your power. Similarly, your current financial situation might not be your fault, perhaps due to circumstances beyond your control or unforeseen events. But your reaction to it, how you choose to respond and strategize, is entirely your responsibility. This applies to all aspects of life where external factors play a role. If you genuinely want the fire put out, if you desire to extinguish the problems and challenges in your life, then you are the one who has to step up and hold the hose. No one else can do the work for you. The initiative must come from within. Radical responsibility means truly realizing and internalizing the fact that you are the only person who is ultimately going to live your life, day in and day out. Your experiences, your choices, and your future are uniquely yours to shape and navigate. No one else is coming to do the push-ups for you to build your physical strength or discipline. Your body doesn't care whose fault it is that you're currently out of shape. It only responds to the effort you put in. This principle extends to all areas of personal growth and self-improvement. No one else is coming to write the book that resides within you, the story or knowledge you are meant to share. No one else is coming to have the difficult, uncomfortable, yet necessary conversation that you've been avoiding. These are tasks that only you can undertake for your own progress and well-being. You have spent countless years looking out at the horizon, passively waiting for the cavalry to come riding over the hill, expecting someone else to arrive and rescue you from your circumstances. This waiting has kept you in a state of suspended animation, preventing you from taking action. It's time to wake up from that passive expectation. You need to understand that you are the cavalry. You possess the strength, the resources, and the capability to be your own rescuer and champion. The power you seek is already within you. When you finally stop waiting to be rescued, when you release the expectation that someone else will solve your problems, you simultaneously gain the incredible power to move forward, to initiate change, and to take decisive action in your own life. This shift is truly transformative. You might lose the perceived comfort of the victim mentality, the ease of blaming external factors for your situation. However, in exchange, you gain the immense and empowering power of the Creator, the ability to actively shape your reality and build the life you desire. And the Creator, the one who builds and shapes their own destiny, needs a throne, a place of authority and self-sovereignty from which to rule their own life and make their own decisions. This throne represents your reclaimed power and agency. Part 3, the shift. This marks a significant transition in understanding and approach, moving towards a more empowered and responsible way of living. In the center of your psyche, there is a throne. For years, you have left it empty. Or worse, you let other people sit in it. You let your parents sit there, desperate for their approval. You let your boss sit there, terrified of their judgment. You let your fears sit there, obeying its every command. You abdicated the crown because it was too heavy. Because if you are the king, you have no one left to blame when the kingdom falls. Taking the throne means accepting complete ownership of your existence. It means saying, "This is my life. I am not an extra in someone else's movie. I am the lead actor. I am the director. I am the studio head." It means the buck stops with you. It is a crushing burden. Freedom is infinitely heavier than slavery. But it is the only weight that will make you strong. When you sit on the throne, the void doesn't disappear. You will still feel lonely. You will still feel scared. You will still not know what you're doing half the time. But the nature of the void changes. It is no longer an abyss of nothingness that is happening to you. It is a blank canvas that is waiting for you. And for the first time in your life, you are holding the brush. No one is coming to save you. And once you truly accept that, it is the best news you will ever hear. Because if no one is coming to save you, it means you are finally free to save yourself.